Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to From the Shelf, and today we are talking about Cloverfield. I had a brain fart there for a second.
Well, I guess that means it is one of the more obscure ones we've talked about.
Uh, which is weird. It's funny because usually I don't have this problem. I usually don't go into my personal life here. But I was sitting one day and I was like, "What movie are we talking about next week?" I had a brain fart.
That's weird.
It is weird. That never happens to me.
It's funny. I don't think it's a reflection on the quality of the movie, though, because
No, it's not. It's not a reflection of the quality of the movie. All right.
you know what surprised the hell out of me, though? This movie is crazy short.
It's not even an hour and a half long.
Like, without the credits and the intro, I think it's only about 73 minutes long.
It's not. It's a quick watch. I think, yeah, with everything, it's about 84 minutes, give or take.
Yeah, the end credits are long.
But when you realize what the kind of movie it is, yeah, it makes sense. Before we talk about the movie itself, bro, we gotta talk about the marketing because
Oh, yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah, now there was this huge ad campaign with, like, realistic websites and, like, trying to add real-world lore to this movie.
All the characters had MySpace pages
MySpace.
with like date of birth and all that. Like they went to town on this.
Yeah, no, they were definitely following that like Blair Witch Project style of marketing.
Which makes sense given this is a found footage movie, which
Yep.
is almost I can't think of any other found footage movie that isn't a horror movie.
There has to be at least one that isn't, but yeah, it tends to be because there's just something creepier about it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But to break this movie, in the trailers, you never saw what was attacking. Like they don't even give you a hint on what this
No,
thing is.
most of the marketing focused on like, oh, there's something here, and then obviously the shot of the Statue of Liberty head.
Oh, and even in the movie, you don't see the thing much.
No, for the most part, it's just glimpses. I mean, you get a couple of pretty clear shots and one at the end, but um, yeah, for the most part, it's just small glimpses.
Mm-hmm. I remember there were a whole bunch of theories, like it was a big whale, how it was Sin from Final Fantasy X, how it was Godzilla.
Well then,
There were theories all over the place on what this thing was, and none of them were right.
of course not.
But
No, I gotta say that this is by far my favorite found footage movie.
oh, it's not even close. Not even close. Like this is easy number one for me.
An interesting choice they made in this was to like have it be recorded over an old tape, so you get like these interspliced bits that aren't edited in because it's technically like we're being shown the tape exactly as it was, but because every once in a while he has to stop the recording or something happens, you get like glimpses of Rob and Beth from before everything happened.
Yeah, it's it seems sloppy, but it's not. Like it's very carefully edited, and we'll get to why as we go on with this. But what makes this movie, which might actually piss people off, you don't get a whole lot of explanation as to what's going on, if any. Because really, what it is you're following a group of friends who are, greeting off the main character Rob because he has a new job in Japan, and then boom, they get attacked by a monster.
Yep.
We don't know where the monster came from. We don't know the monster's name. We don't know what it's mad about. We just know he's here and attacking.
Now, of course, there are many theories based around interviews and all that ad campaign stuff, but yeah, since this movie never got a follow up, we don't have definitive canon answers.
But yeah,
this,
if you talk about within the film itself, you really don't get any answers as to what this thing is.
not much at all, no.
But it makes sense because you're just following this random group of people. Like they're just normal people.
Yep, and that's actually part of why this movie is so enjoyable. Is they do just feel like a group of friends hanging out, and that's it.
Yeah, mainly follows Rob, Hud, which is funny because his name's Hud and he's the cameraman.
Haha.
Lily, Jason, and Beth are the main five. Oh, and what's her name? Marlena?
Yeah, Marlena. Yeah.
And they're just thrust into a situation they didn't really want to be in.
It'd be very weird if somebody did.
Honestly, yeah. Because just, they're at a party, things are going, normal. And then just, boom! Explosions. Boom! Statue of Liberty head. What?
Which, I mean, if you were there in New York at the time, that's exactly how it would have felt.
And the effects of this movie, that monster was, damn.
It's such a unique design too.
Yeah, that we don't get much of a follow-up on. We'll get back to that.
Yeah. Well, we could talk about some of the sequel stuff because honestly, I don't think I ever want to talk about those movies.
Honestly, if we only talk about the first Cloverfield, I'm completely fine with that.
It's the only one in this series, so.
But this is also a movie that's really hard to talk about the plot because it's more of an event than a plot, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it like you said, it's just friends hanging out, boom, monster attacks, and okay, well, why do they stay in the city so long when there are a couple of ways out? Well, there's also this love story going on in the background.
Because Rob and Beth, Rob's been in love with Beth since college, and they hooked up once, and now he's like, shit, I should go save her.
Pretty much. And yeah, that is the main thing that keeps the plot going, or at least keeps them in the city.
Bro, the part where they're in the subway tunnels and those parasites are there, poof, that was intense. Because you can't have them fight the monster.
No, that it was an interesting workaround to have something still happening when they're freaking underground.
I remember, didn't the kaiju in Pacific Rim also have parasites on them?
Yeah, but they weren't so insanely deadly like these ones are.
Yeah, it's almost like they copied that from this movie, though.
That's possible. I mean, it's not unusual for large creatures to have parasites.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, Godzilla doesn't really have parasites.
Well, that's because he's perfect, of course.
That, fair. But there are just intense horror movie shots in this movie. Like, when the monster first attacks, was that giant, like, explosive storm, like, the smoke coming through the streets, and they're hiding in that electronics store.
Yep.
Or when they're running away from it going down the sewer, and his face is just like, hi!
Oh, yeah, right as they're going down, you just get this huge, like, looking up at it shot. Yeah, they do that kind of shot twice in this movie, but it's a cool shot both times.
Yeah. I also like when they finally save Beth, and the monster's just coming toward them and off in the background. That's like the first full body shot you get of him.
Full body look. I think you get a little bit of a glimpse of it's like a sky view on one of the TVs in the background when you first see the parasites falling off of it.
Oh yeah.
But it's on a TV.
Something we do got to point out about this movie, about this monster. He's a baby.
Again, this is one of those things. It's like, is this confirmed? I think it is. It probably is.
J.J. Abrams straight said it's a baby.
The whole idea is it's a lost baby looking for its mother. So it's not actually, I mean, until later on in the movie, it's not directly attacking. It's just wandering and existing and being large.
Yeah, because like, oh man, when his tail hits the Brooklyn Bridge, or George Washington Bridge, whichever what it was, that was hard because he just killed so many people.
Yeah, but again, you look at that shot, like actually pay attention to that shot. It's clearly an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing's generally called Clover. Yeah, it was just its tail hitting the bridge. I don't see how that would have been on purpose.
No, but giant monster.
You know what I missed though? Before they cross the bridge, it is the Brooklyn Bridge, by the way. Before they cross the bridge, it was Jason, the one who dies in that scene, who made the call to cross that bridge. I'm like, I never caught that he kind of caused his own death.
I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, but
no, obviously. Yeah. But then I have caught this before. Beth calling right before they cross, or as they're starting to cross, saved everyone else.
It did.
Like if she didn't call at that moment, they would have all.
I forgot. I don't know if they mentioned this. Is Jason or Rob the older brother?
That's a good. I feel like it's Rob, but I can't remember.
I thought it was Jason, but I could be wrong.
Okay, let's see. It doesn't really matter, I guess.
I don't think they ever even mention it. They're just like, yeah, we're brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. If they did, I didn't catch it.
Oh, and then the part where How this movie got a PG-13 rating is beyond me because, when the military finds him, you see the person with like a giant hole in his stomach.
That's actually the only moment where I'm like, yeah, how did they get away with that shot in particular?
I guess it was fast enough.
Yeah, because it really is a blink and you miss it moment, and you don't even know what that was about until
Yeah, because
right after
Marlena gets
that.
bit by one of the parasites, then she just fucking explodes.
Yeah, see, the first time I saw this movie, that happened so fast, I didn't actually realize what had happened.
I guess, yeah, no, in hindsight, because I hadn't seen this movie in a while, the dude with the blown up stomach was like, oh,
Yep.
okay, that's what happens to.
Like 60-second before foreshadowing or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And man, what were they gonna just? They said they were gonna Hail Mary that thing. Is that was that the term? I forgot what the term was.
I know what moment you're referring to, but yeah, I also can't remember what they said.
Like they just decide, fuck it, we're just gonna nuke New York City, just nuke it.
Yep, they said they're gonna completely level it. Yep, and they do.
And as far as I know, Lily's the only one that survives.
Yes, I mean, obviously, you don't know. Maybe her helicopter got knocked down too, but there's no reason to think otherwise. As far as the movie presents, yes, she almost definitely made it.
Because HUD, Beth, and Rob end up on a different helicopter, and they bomb the monster, and then he personally attacks their helicopter, which I don't understand why.
I think at that point it's just angry, lashing out at the closest thing, and just happened to be this little bug flying around.
Yeah, and then HUD looks up at the monster and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna eat you."
Yeah, and he gets it's hard to see it, but he actually gets bitten in half.
Yeah, he does. And do we know if Rob and Beth actually died?
I mean, since there again no direct follow up to this movie, you can't know for sure, but it would be insane.
But since the camera was found,
yep,
maybe they were found, or maybe by the time they found them, they were dead. I don't know.
I'm guessing that bridge collapsed on them. They probably died, but the thing again, no follow up. We don't know. All we know is the camera survived. So,
bro, that final recording of Beth and Rob is heartbreaking.
Again, it's just another one of those things that feels somewhat organic. Obviously, the fact that the camera is always present is never going to feel organic in any one of these movies. It's just impossible. But without that, you don't have a movie. But I don't know, just a lot of the dialogue and just the way things happen in this movie just feel like, oh yeah, I could see that being what happens in that situation, or what somebody would say in that situation.
I was texting you about this yesterday. These people, you know how like you watch a movie and you're like, okay, yeah, that guy's clearly acting.
Yeah.
But here it all just felt like these are just people. They were just normal people hanging out.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the dialogue is just completely ad-libbed, because generally when dialogue comes off like that is the case.
And if it is, like, good job. Like, even like, I know we said they feel like real people. The acting in this movie is really good. Probably because they all feel like just people.
Yep.
And you mentioned it before, but I think it's important to mention that they do intersplice the Rob and Beth stuff. Not infrequently, but also not super frequently, if that makes any sense.
Well, it's also every time it happens, it doesn't just randomly happen. It's like, everybody's like, hey, you caught the monster on the camera. Can we see it? And then he obviously rewound it, showed everybody, fast forwarded to where he was, and it just skipped a little bit. Mm-hmm. So like every time it does get cut in, there's a reason it happened. Like the camera takes a knock, or he rewound it, or something along those lines.
There is a line in the movie where Rob looks at HUD and he's like, "There's a tape in there. Did you change it?"
Yep.
So there is a reason it happened, and there's no way we can avoid this part. In the last shot, if you look close enough, something falls out of the sky.
Yeah, and if you pay close attention, I don't remember if it's actually in the movie or if it was in the ad stuff, but apparently that was a satellite that fell.
And the theory is that that's what woke him up.
Yep. As far as it's been, it's actually kind of funny because when they're walking through the subway right before HUD starts talking about flaming homeless people,
that was ridiculous.
He accidentally nails it, or at least nails what is thought to be canon about Clover and where it came from. It's like maybe it's been dormant, lying in the ocean, yada yada. Like he goes on this rant about where it came from, and then he's like, that. I mean, yeah, I think that actually was correct.
I mean, it looks like an aquatic creature if you just look at his design, but we don't know. We don't really know much of anything about this thing. And the name Clover is more of a given name. We don't know what this thing is actually called.
Well, I don't think it can tell us, honestly.
Well, no, but we don't know what its species is called. We don't know really what he is. And this
No.
movie's almost 20 years old, and we still don't have these answers.
Well, unless they ever make a direct follow-up, then we're not going to.
Which is apparently in development.
They've been saying that ever since this movie came out.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I would like a direct follow-up, but also maybe part of it is better just leaving it a mystery.
Yeah, I mean, this movie works perfectly fine on its own. So the fact that they made 2 non-sequels is very strange.
Well, I was just about to bring that up. It is important that there are technically 2 other Cloverfield movies, which we will not be reviewing because I just don't want to. But
yeah, there's not much to say about them, honestly.
10 Cloverfield Lane, which isn't even directly relevant to this at all for some reason. It just has the name Cloverfield.
All 3 movies in this non-franchise are in separate universes.
Cloverfield Paradox does sort of tie into this at the very end. I think we need to discuss that.
Yes, because it does sort of follow up on that whole this Clover is a baby thing.
Because at the end of Cloverfield Paradox, when they're falling down from the space station, you see a Cloverfield monster pop up out of the fucking clouds.
Which I think we looked into this means it's the biggest on-screen kaiju ever.
It's 6,000 feet tall.
That's absolutely insane.
So when they were coming down that pod, they had to see it rising up, right? Like the people in the pod had to be like, what the hell is that?
This is very, very thick cloud coverage. That's all it was.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't a giant monster. But that shot also makes no sense. Like, why is he there?
There was talk about that, whatever they called it in the movie, that interdimensional generator thing. It was throwing things between universes, basically. And that is sort of... it's possible that that's how Clover ended up in the first Cloverfield, just several hundred years or thousands of years in the past, and had just been laying dormant and eventually woke up. But yeah, it's sort of implied that is where Clover came from, the events of Cloverfield Paradox.
Because the marketing for Cloverfield Paradox, which was during the Super Bowl, was like, hey, you'll now figure out why this happened. No, we don't!
It's not... I don't think it's directly confirmed, but it's pretty much... It's very heavily implied. And also, it's extremely possible that one we see at the end of Paradox is actually Clover's mother.
It could also just be Clover, grown up.
Yeah, but that would be even more confusing, because then that would mean that the generator thing would have had to happen twice, take him there, several thousands or hundreds of thousands of years pass, and then take him to another universe.
Here's the thing. This is also important because there's conflicting information here. J.J. Abrams said that the Clover monster was killed when New York was bombed.
Right, because of that.
If you play the audio at the end of the movie backwards, it says it's still alive.
It does indeed.
So which one's real? I don't know. I don't think they know.
Nope. Since they never made that follow-up,
I would not be surprised if that thing is just still alive.
Yeah, I mean, it takes several direct hits in the movie, and it doesn't look like it took any damage.
No, it didn't. But the monster itself, it's a very unique design. I'll give it credit where credit's due. Is it my favorite monster design? Not even close. But, it works.
That's Godzilla, right?
Yeah, it's totally Godzilla. For talking about my favorite movie, I gotta be real about that. Purists are gonna hate me for this. I actually like the American Godzilla, like not like the 1998 one, like the MonsterVerse Godzilla. That might be my favorite Godzilla design.
Well, I mean, it's directly based on the old one, so it's not...
And I also really like the one from -1. I think he looks really cool in -1.
Also, -1 is just a phenomenal movie.
It is. We will talk about that someday.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But not next time.
No. Next time, actually, I don't know if you already made a choice about next week, but I think there's something you might want to talk about. Although I haven't quite finished it, I plan to finish it this week. I think you know what I mean.
Yes, we will wait till you're done with that.
Okay, I'm
But
just saying. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish it this week. So
well, it's not time for that
okay,
because
just letting you.
I gotta get through that again. But I know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
just letting you know it was an option.
So with the new one on the horizon, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh no.
I think we got to talk about Scream 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, yeah, that makes sense.
Let's say
I don't think
Scream's.
we're gonna talk about 4, 5, and 6 before 7 comes out, but we could do 3.
I'm about to say because 7's right around the corner, so we should probably talk about 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
At least we're breaking the cycle of monster movies.
Ah,
But
still don't know if Clover's an alien.
no, we don't. Is there anything else you want to say about Cloverfield before we close this episode out?
No, there's only one moment I think we kind of skipped over. It's a small moment, but when Rob has that call with his mom to tell her that his brother Jason is dead, it's another one of those like, damn, that felt real moments.
Ooh,
Like, you can't hear what she's saying, but you know he started crying because she did.
his body language gives it all away.
And I was just like, yeah, that felt real because I've been in one of those calls. I know what just happened there. Just credit to the actor and how that scene was laid out for how that went.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I agree. That was rough.
Sorry to end on a sour note, but we just kind of skipped over that, and I'm like, I kind of want to mention that one.
Yeah. But anywho, with that being said, thank you guys so much for listening to us this week. We do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time for Scream 3. Take care.